Good morning, everybody. Gonna make one of these little stuffed hash brown things I got at the grocery store. So I went back and forth last night from chilly in here to hot. Kept turning the fan on, turning the fan off. Opening the lid, shutting the lid. I went to sleep pretty early last night, so I ended up waking up pretty darn early. I was probably up at 4. I made one of these before bed last night too. Before I actually went to sleep. So, oh man. Today's supposed to be another crummy day. I actually don't care because I have to work. But hopefully it's not pouring rain when we get out here. We're out of work. So I don't know how long I let it go last night. I didn't pay attention, but it turned out perfect. Man. I could go back to sleep now. It's always when you get out of bed you go back to sleep. You know what I mean? But it says 68 degrees in here. Doesn't feel it. But I mean, up here it's warmer than down here. I even got the slippers on today. Oh, that felt good to put them on too because they sit down in the wheel, the door opening, you know, the little step. That's basically exactly where the heater blows. So yeah, I put them on this morning and they're nice and toasty. But we're going to go ahead and here and get our breakfast cooked. A little early than quite a bit earlier than I needed to get up or out of bed. I'm gonna look around on the internet and stuff for a while. I did get my generator posted last night, so hopefully it sells soon. I get that out of the trunk or the garage, whatever you want to call it, and cut some more weight down. That thing's another like 40 pounds or something like that. But want to get rid of that. Not going to need it. Yesterday, my batteries got almost topped off, and it was cloudy and rainy, and I mean, it cleared up for a little while in the afternoon, like 3 o'clock. But by then, the sun's getting set at such an angle, you know, you're really not getting a lot. But I still got to like 92% or something like that yesterday. I'm going to take a look at it here after I run the air fryer and see what we're down to. Actually, I need to see it while we're running to see what kind of watts we're pulling. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cook my breakfast, and then maybe we'll talk to you on the way to work. Okay, it rained pretty good last night. I just looked at my phone and it said wintry mix possible in the next few hours. I don't think it's going to get colder. It's 33 degrees outside. Well, it was when I left, where I was parked. I'm getting into town now. It's probably 35, 36. It's 40. I don't know. Kids playing outside. Yeah. So breakfast is pretty good. Those little hash brownie things are good. They're expensive though. They're like $8 for 4 of them. That's kind of expensive. Actually, they're $8.50. I think they were on sale. That's why I bought them. $7.50. That's crazy. $2 for one of those little things. But yeah, I looked at my batteries. We're at 75%. That was 2 times using the air fryer and overnight with the fridge, diesel heater, exhaust fan. And I don't think it's going to be clear at all today. So we may run the diesel on the way to wherever we camp tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Not really worried about it. Again, I got plenty of battery power now. And when I get my third battery in there, baby, 300 watts. 300 watt hours. Like I said, that'll give me like, well, if I burned it, when I was at, I burned 30 amps. I burned 30 amps last night, overnight. Using the air fryer twice, the refrigerator all night. The exhaust fan was off and on. Yeah. That's like 10 days before I'd run out of electric when I get up to 300 amp hours. That's the plan anyways. I made water up here to drink. Oh man. Thirsty. Well, I saw a couple this morning camping out of an SUV, like a RAV4 size. 2 people. You thought it was tight for me in the bean pod. Actually, the bean pod was fine. I had my nice sleeping platform, and I had a little area I could sit. I mean, it wasn't good to live out of, but more the traveling style, it was fine. That's why I upgraded to this. Now it's more of a living style. I'm not traveling. I'm working, hanging out in the van. And this winter, it's going to be a lot of hanging out in the van. Cold, wet, rainy, snowy, whatever. We won't be hanging out outside. Weird barks on the windows. I don't know what they're from. Oh, it must be the window cover. All right. Well, yeah. I'm almost to work. Well, not really, but I said I got those noodle bowl things I'm going to have for a few days, so I think I maybe want to get, if it's rainy and cruddy, I'll make sandwiches or something tonight and take those as well. But I don't know, we'll see. All right, talk to you in a few. Okay, everybody, out of work. Just filled the diesel tank, 0.55 gallons, so it's about halfway empty. It is cold out here. As soon as I got to the van, I put my beanie on, man. My head was freezing walking across to the car. But yeah, it's like 40 degrees right now, maybe even a little cooler. It probably is. It was 41 degrees at like 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're gonna go see if we can't find a spot at the camp lot. Should be able to. I have a feeling people probably trying to find somewhere warmer tonight. But yeah, it's cold. It's gonna be a cold one. It's supposed to get down into the low 20s in town, so we're gonna be in the teens. But again, the diesel heater will burn you out of here. It's not an issue if I can stay warm at night. No big deal. Obviously, if the heater died, that would be an issue. But I do have a Mr. Buddy backup that I'm still carrying around. Or I could start the car. So technically there's 3 ways to heat this thing. Honestly, I would probably start the car first and then climb out back and get the Mr. Buddy. That would run off my small propane tank that I use for cooking. That's a 1 gallon. Actually, I think it's a little bigger than that. I think it's like 3 of those 3 or 4 1-pound tanks. I can't remember what a gallon of propane weighs. Maybe 4 pounds? Yeah, 4.7. I think that's like 4 of those green tanks. So I could run on low all night long if I had to with the Mr. Buddy. But again, that's backup. I know a lot of people have mentioned in the past, oh, you should get an electric space heater. An electric space heater burns so much electricity, it's ridiculous. That's the most inefficient thing to do, is to heat up a coil and then blow a fan across it to heat something. That just, you're just watching your battery bank go bye-bye. But we should be good. Drive back to camp. I'm going to sit outside for a little while because I can dress for the cold. Sit outside for a little while. Maybe we'll see if we can't. They said the comet was supposed to be really good visible tonight. And tonight is the biggest super moon of the year or something like that. So, you know, we want to be outside to watch part of that. Take some pictures of the moon. Maybe I'll try to steady the camera again for the comet. I don't know. It just is. My phone just does not work good at night. It just doesn't do it. And people say, oh, do it in night mode. Night mode's even worse. Then it's like it tries to make it more daylight. The best way to do it is try to do it in pro mode and drop the settings as good as you can, but still it just doesn't work that well. I mean, like the other night I zoomed in on the moon. It's a big target, you know. I mean, you can't help but see that. But small stuff, nah. But okay, we're heading back to camp. Like I said, it's cold. I'm curious to find out when we get back to camp what the temp is. It's cold. Oh my gosh, look at all the snow on the mountains. Yeah, they got some good snow last night. I can't get you a picture. Yeah, they got some good snow. All right, well, I guess, where are my glasses? Over here on my chest. Lose them all the time. Yeah, well, we're going to head back to camp and we will see you there. I should turn on the heater. I started it, the car up to do that. Okay, at camp. Well, everybody, this is going to be, well, I mean, it's not that much colder tonight. It's not going to get much colder than it has in other nights. You know, maybe 10 degrees colder. But that's fine. Like I said, I know this thing's going to be fine. I'm going to sit out here, watch this super moon rise, maybe take a shot of it. Probably won't, because the time it gets high enough, I'll be in the, I'll definitely have already edited the video and whatnot. I probably want to be in the van. But the noodle thing I bought wasn't like, I don't know if I told you, it wasn't bad. I wouldn't have paid the $4 for them, but for $1.29, you know, pretty decent hot little lunch at work real quick. So, you know, I got 3 more of those. The batteries got down today, or this morning, I think around 70% or 70 couple. It was not a nice, bright, sunny day today. Every time I looked outside, there were more clouds than anything else. It was bright, but there were big clouds passing over. I got out of work, checked the battery. Well, I forgot till I got here. But 100%. So, yeah, I am not going to have an issue with topping these batteries off. I don't believe. Like I said, I'll run the DC to DC on the way to and from work. That's, you know, like 30 amps. I'm only going to burn 30 amps a night, you know? So I definitely can't wait to get rid of that generator. Like I said, I'm running it off my 1 gallon. Be a pain in the bum. Have to bring it out. I'm not buying another big tank. Don't have room for it. That's the whole point. I want to get stuff out of here. That would also drop. That thing's like 40 or 50 pounds. It's not real super light. Not heavy. I mean, it's probably 40. But between that and the Blue Eddy, that's 100 and something pounds I took out of here. Or will be taken out. And then I put in 35. That's a pretty good, that's a pretty good 80-pound savings or whatever. Um, that's a nice little bit of weight out of there. So, and we may start cutting the water supply down. No reason to have 6 gallons. I'm not using it. I'm going to be using more in the winter, though, because I'll be cooking more in the van, so I'll be doing dishes more. I'll be brushing my teeth inside the van. So I'll be using more. I don't know. It's just things I want to think about. You know what I mean? But, yeah, not many more days. Probably going to be able to do this. I don't know. I like being outside. Last time I was in Maine, I was outside every day. Unless it was pouring rain so bad that the overhang above my front door and where I had my little seat and table outside, if it was pouring in towards that, I didn't, obviously I didn't sit in the rain. But every other night, I sat outside. And it was below zero many nights. I just put more clothes on. I don't care. I like being outside. But for here, once it starts getting to the point that's going to snow, I want to be in town. I do not want to be outside of town where, first off, the roads aren't getting plowed as quick. Definitely not on a Forest Service road that's not going to get plowed. We got 2-wheel drive here. We ain't messing with that. So, but hey, I think that's all I got for you today. Like I said, it's I'm enjoying this life very much. I'm living my best. You know, I hope you guys can say the same. Or if you're just, watching to live vicariously, hey, maybe I can help you live vicariously through me. Maybe I can live vicariously through you. All right. Thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. As always, it helps the channel. And you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow on Jellybean Outdoors.